said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the quick grab. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Caught near the sticks. It's Butler. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Butler. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the move. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Steps away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. He's loose. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Buying some time as he moves left. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the ball comes to rest right there. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The give. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They're going to run it to the right. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Finds his man. It's Carr. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Now they'll try the right side. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Using his legs, it's Shabera. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. LSU quick to the line. He might want another play. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Sooner offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. The pitch. There he goes. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Maybe a bit of a gamble going for it on 4th and short from their own 46. Quarterback keeps it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This is a running back, man, that just finds a way to get it done. Critical fourth down. Everyone thinking they're going to throw the football, but they hand it off to him, and he helps keep this drive alive.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Open space at the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll give it to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Slams it ahead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown Sooners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's in open space downfield. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Shabera. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. With the catch, it's Butler. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. Using his legs, it's Butler. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll try to power their way ahead. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. This is a designed run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? DB's locked up tight on the receivers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Let's go. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it off! They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The hand to the running back. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The give to the tailback. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Spence. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good. The hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking for room. It's Berger. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Sooners are on the move. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. It's on target and complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The Tigers will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page. in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49. From the gun, running back on the move. Still running at the 40. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Shabera.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. With the catch, it's Berger. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They're going to run it. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle.
Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. They will stop him short. Turn it over on down. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Touchdown, Tigers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, This might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 11 to Tennessee. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Quickly complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Rides the back and leaves it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for a box.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires downfield. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Berger. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Ferguson. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his feet. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Noise. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. they'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. LSU right back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And that's the first time the big fella's made a play. Like, this offense is built around his dynamic playmaking ability. That's usually a big part of what they do. It's not a surprise that they're losing in the fourth quarter because they haven't gotten him involved yet.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Caught behind the line. It's Hubbard. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions and you've got to put something together, the last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. So now it's second and long. 22, back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. They stretch this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. Louisiana Tech has been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by a field goal over Louisiana Tech. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Immediately fires to the middle. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. LSU quick to the line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They just keep firing. He's got his man. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Off play action. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Nice job on the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Berger. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's got it on the right. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They go to the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
To the air on first down. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots. And a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion.